That's within the next 2 days. So in the next 2 days, you may hear of either a tropical depression or another tropical storm forming.
Residents could feel additional impacts due to the damage caused by Lala. America's listening to Fox News.
They deliver far and wide, here to there, about anywhere. You hear this on the air. It's Mittens TA of Oakley with their modern, shiny fuel trucks and professional, pretty drivers. They deliver on site. They deliver on time. Diesel, gasoline of all types, AV gas, bulk, DEF, and lubricants. Contact the Mittens team, including Lucas Ruggles and Rodney Hoffner, at Mittens TA, 24 hours a day on I-70, exit 76 of Oakley, or mitteninc.com.
With NWKS Radio News, I'm Lucas Kenny. 2 St. Francis teenagers were seriously injured on Tuesday afternoon, August 18th, in a crash involving a pickup and a semi-truck on US 36 in Cheyenne County. The Dodge was driven by Daniel J.C. Horde, 17 of St. Francis, who was taken to Cheyenne County Hospital with suspected serious injury, as well as passenger Carson T. Githens, 16 of St. Francis. The driver of the Peterbilt had no suspected injuries, and nobody involved in the crash was wearing a safety restraint. In other news, as students head back to class, NWKS Radio visited with Colby Assistant Police Chief Jared Lang about a few simple reminders that can help make sure the start of the school year is safer for everyone. School zone lights will be coming back on, and that means drivers need to get back into the habit of slowing down. When a school bus has its flashing red lights activated, drivers need to stop. And you can find other safety tips on our local news page at nwksradio.net.
Today and tomorrow, a high-pressure ridge will start moving in from the west. That'll push the storm track to the north in Nebraska and east of Highway 83. This afternoon, it'll be sunny with a south wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Highs will top out around 92. Tonight, it'll be clear with a low of 65. Tomorrow, the temperatures will climb up there into the middle to upper 90s, maybe possibly hitting 100 under partly to mostly sunny skies. Winds will again be from the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Lows will be around 64. Saturday and Sunday, we cool down a just a tad as we move into northwesterly flow. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon or evening, but again, they'll mostly be mainly to the north and east. High temperature of 91 on Saturday, 93 on Sunday. Overnight will be around 66, and then Monday we warm back to 96 for afternoon highs. Storm chances are still low. It's meteorologist Chris Schrumick of the NWKS Radio Weather Center.
School is back, which means carpools, practices, games, and plenty of miles ahead. Get ready with a new GMC from Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland. Save up to $1,750 on a 26 Terrain or up to $7,000 on a 26 Sierra 1500 Elevation with eligible trade. Plus, get $1,000 on a 2026 Sierra 2500. New school year, new routine, new ride. Shop online at hurlchev.com. GMC, professional grade.
Backpacks? Check. Pencils? Check. Kids back in school? Finally! Now it's the time for grown-ups back to school list at Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware. Freshen things up with Benjamin Moore paint. Keep the yard looking sharp with Ego power tools and accessories. Or grab the building supplies for that project you've been putting off. Keep summer going with grills and patio furniture. And with school back in session, show off your school pride with new LED Team Spirit signs. It's all in one spot. Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware with locations in Goodland and Colby.
Are pests making your home or business uncomfortable? Call Pest Away in Goodland, Kansas, serving all of Northwest Kansas. They provide top-notch pest control services to keep your space safe and pest-free. From ants to rodents, termites to spiders, our expert team is here to help with effective, safe, and affordable pest control. Don't wait. Call Pest Away today at 785-728-7166 for fast, reliable service. Your home or business deserves the best protection.
Fraud can happen to anyone, but knowledge is your best defense. Scammers are constantly finding new ways to target consumers through phone calls, text messages, emails, and social media. Be cautious of unexpected requests. Never share your passwords or security codes, and always verify requests before sending money. This is Jessica at F&B Bank, and we are committed to helping our community stay safe from fraud and scams. Monitor your accounts regularly and contact us immediately if you notice suspicious activity. Think before you click, verify before you act, and bank safely with F&B Bank. Member FDIC.
It's time for the Morning Blitz with Ross Volkmer and Garrett Wellbrock.
Rise and shine.
It's butt whipping time.
The High Plains only local sports talk show. Broadcasting live on Goodland's Rocket 102.5 KLOE and video streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Discussing it all from the preps to the pros.
Right side throw, touchdown! Kansas City!
The Blitz is presented by Hurl Chevrolet GMC, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware, and F&B Bank. Along with
IdeaTech Fiber Internet, Topside Portables and Pumping, The Insurance Agency, Pest Away, and Equity Bank of Hoxie, Quinner, and Grinnell.
Let's go to work.
Drive to right field, toward the foul pole, and it is gone! It's gone! They walk it off! Brandon Lau! Oh my goodness! Best win of the year! Buccos win the series!
And that's a little blooper. Oh, what a play by Kinley Rasmus! A run-saving web gem to keep it 2-0.
Miles, sidestep three. Oh my goodness!
0-1 on Moniak. Pitch is demolished. Mickey to right. He got it. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Mickey Moniak, 20 on the year. It's 4-4.
Smoke center field. Church going way back. Gone off the batter's eye.
Hey, good Thursday morning, everybody. Ross Volkmer, Garrett, Wellbrock with you here on the Morning Blitz. Hope everyone's having a great start to your Thursday. Mostly cloudy start to the day after a active night of weather. No one knows that better than our own Garrett Wellbrock. How are we doing? What time did the head hit the pillow last night?
About midnight. I got home about 11:45 to say the least.
Yep. He was on the severe weather, drew the short straw, and had a busy night last night in the weather department. But
that was really my first time having something go that late. I've been blessed so far.
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah. And whenever there has been weather, it's been like one little cell and it faded off at about 30 minutes at most. But last night, it was a long night.
Long night last night of severe weather. If you want to throw us your rain reports, we'll get to those throughout the show if you want to. I saw Alex over west of Goodland had about a little over a quarter of an inch, about 30, 38, something like that. It's the only one I saw at this point in time. I haven't seen a lot of other weather or rain updates coming flying in from yesterday's storms. Did it rain in Colby? Was there flooding downtown? We have to get the daily report after rain.
No rain. Not that I noticed. I mean, when I left the station, it was just dry. It didn't even hit Colby. I don't think it hit overnight. So, yeah, no rain over here.
No, that's okay. No worries with that. But, yeah, mostly cloudy, 66, the current temperature outside the KLOE studios here in Goodland. Expecting a day in the 90s today out here on the high plains. Low 90s is kind of the prediction right now. And then tomorrow getting into the upper 90s with warmer temperatures there, and we'll have a 90s throughout the weekend. It is a special, special day in the Volkmer household. I got to give a shout out to my middle child, my oldest son, Banks, 5 years old today. Happy birthday, big dog. I wish I had a quarter of the energy that young man possesses at 5 years old. If I had a quarter, I would rule the world. He is the most energetic person I've ever met in my life. It like oozes out of his pores. Absolutely crazy.
Is it his first day of school today too?
It is not for him.
Okay.
It is for my daughter. It is the first day. Yeah. He did not get born on the best time frame, because he's always going to be burned right around happy birthday, back to school.
Yeah.
His first day of school, I believe, is on Monday, is when he will go back.
Okay.
To school. But yeah, it is first day of school over here in Goodland. So happy birthday, kids going to school. I don't know if that's the right. But no, yes. Happy birthday, Banks. Happy birthday to you. Love you, buddy. And to all the kids going back to school today, hooray! In a very sarcastic jeer. So, yeah. Today's program, we've got plenty of stuff to get to on the show. We will be joined by Colby Community College head men's basketball coach Matt Glover. He will join us coming up on the program today. Give us an update what's happening with CCC basketball. Is everyone back on campus? Are they or how's it looking as they get set for the first year of the Glover era there in Colby? Lots of jersey patch news to get to a little bit later on in segment number 3, and some good random stories and just random news stuff we found in the walk-off. We will get to that all coming up here in a little bit. We're going to have some fun, though, here in segment number 1. We're going to play some Bear or Bull in just a little bit on a bunch of random college football teams that Garrett has selected, and I've decided to take it one step further with just a little bit of fun on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream if everyone wants to tune in there. So make sure that you're a part of that. So anyway, if you want to be part of the Morning Blitz, as always, the F&B Bank text line is open at 785-899-2222. Hit us up with your rainfall reports, your sports questions and thoughts. Would love to hear from you throughout the entirety of the show. And our first segment, let's get to it right now, sponsored by our good friends at R&R Custom Building, Mike and Dax Reese. Once again, folks, if you're needing new gutters, they are the guys to call. They have 20 different gutter color options and, of course, great experience to make sure not only does it look right, but it operates right when those rainstorms come like one did last night. R&R Custom Building also doing a $1 back per foot installed to a Goodland High School program of your choice. So if you are a Goodland High School supporter, you can support R&R Custom Building and the Cowgirls at the same time. Get your gutters fixed up. Call Mike or Dax Reese. R&R Custom Building, 785-821-1432. 785-821-1432 is the number to call for R&R Custom Building. Get your gutters right with 20 different gutter color options, the experience and expertise to make sure your home is protected and looking its best. All right, let's have some fun here. Let's have some fun. Let's play a little Bear Bowl on random college football teams.
You can be one of two things.
Don't make me choose!
Bearish or bullish?
I just want to go after it like a bull, you know?
So are you bear or are you bull?
All right, it is open, and I have got the wheel up on the Hurl Chevrolet GMC video stream. The wheel of college football teams. And so I am going to spin the wheel, and we are going to do this randomly. You ready, Garrett? Here we go. Here's our
ready.
Spin. I think this even has sound effects, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it does.
Boy, this is random.
Yeah.
At least there are a lot of random teams on this list.
Very random teams. So our first team that we're going to be discussing is NC State. Are you bearish or are you bullish on the Wolfpack this year?
So their over-under is 7.5 wins this season. I'm going to go bearish. I'm buying on this NC State team.
That would be bullish. If you're buying, you're bullish.
Okay, my bad. I mixed that up. They're bullish.
All right, so you're buying it.
Yeah, we're going to buy NC State. I just think I saw their schedule. I want to double-check it here. I saw it this morning, and it's very favorable. I'll say the least. Say that. You know, they avoid a lot of the good teams. They avoid Miami. They avoid Georgia Tech. A lot of home. You know, their only really tough test is they have Vanderbilt on the road and NC State at home. I like that schedule. I think they can get 8 wins.
Yeah, I mean the schedule seems getting. I'd say a lot of people are buying on NC State this year, which is why I guess I'm going to be bearish. I will not buy on NC State this year. I think they're possibly going to. I think they're going to hit the under on the win mark this year for NC State. Okay, let's move along. What is our next team on our wheel? Ooh, Illinois is our next team up on the wheel. Bearish or bullish on the Illini?
Ooh, you know, I was a little shocked to see that their win total was 6.5 here. I'm gonna go Bear. I don't know if they get to that 7 win mark. Tough Big Ten, and you know it doesn't get any easy for Illinois, and they're not obviously, in my opinion, one of those top teams. They're gonna have a new quarterback coming in. I don't know. I'm gonna go Bear here.
It's 6.5, right?
Yeah.
So Caton Hauser's the quarterback. Was at East Carolina. Was at Michigan State for a little while. He's got some Big Ten experience. They did lose a lot of pieces on the offensive line, did Illinois. But Brett Bielema is known for just restocking offensive linemen. That's what he's known for doing. Defensively, they have a new defensive coordinator. I believe it was the former Montana coach, I thought, at one point in time. Is now the Illinois defensive coordinator. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm actually going to go opposite. I'm actually going to buy on I'm going to go bullish on Illinois. I think they are going to get over. I think they're going to get those 7 wins. I think they've got enough talent. Let's not forget, they have made it to back-to-back. I think they've had 3 straight 9-win seasons, and they've won back-to-back bowl games over SEC foes. They're playing with a lot of confidence there in Champaign. So I'm going to go with Illinois. I think they can get over 6.5. You would have put it 7.5. I probably would have balked a little bit more, but I'm going to go over on 6.5 with the Illini. Spin the wheel. UCLA is our next team. The Bruins.
UCLA. All right, their line is 6.5. New coach coming in. I believe he was from James Madison. Let me double check this.
Bob Chesney is who you're talking about.
Yes, from JMU. We know what James Madison coaches can do, and they make the jump, of course. And then Nico Iamaleava, I think he will have a good season. As far as getting to 7 wins, though, they had 3 a year ago. I think I'm going to go Bear. I don't know if they can get to that 7-win mark. It's 6.5 right now. I think they can get to a bowl game. I think 6 is doable, but 7 I think is a little too much in the Big Ten.
You know, they brought Bob Chesney, the coach, brought his running back Knight, who played in the college football Wayne Knight, I think is his name. He played in the college football playoff last year with, of course, with JMU. He's got a little playoff experience, this Chesney. He's a smooth operator. Saw him at Big Ten Football Media Days talking. He knows how, and he's a sharp-looking guy. So he's got a lot of people thinking that they're going to have a really good year this year. They do have to go to Oregon. They do have to go across the country to Maryland. They've also got they got to go to Michigan. But I don't know. And the non-con is not exactly a cakewalk. You've got Cal, who's got a really good quarterback. That's the one quarterback. I cannot say his name. It's like 10 names in one. But he's super talented. San Diego State, which I think is a solid program, not amazing. They've got some pieces. It's 6.5, you said, right?
Yes.
I am going to go with you. I'm going to go with Bear as well at this point in time. Reason for it, I'm going Bear, is because it just seems like getting to 7 seems like a lot in year 1. So I'm going to go with, I think they get to bowl game, though, with 6 with Bob Chesney in year number 1.
They get to avoid Indiana and Ohio State, and that kind of gives me a little optimism there. But still, 7 is a little too much.
All right, continue to spin the wheel. Random college football teams, Bear or Bull, on their over-under win totals. Ho! The home state squad. Kansas State is the next team up, and first-year head coach Colin Klein. What is it, 6.5 or 7.5?
No, this one's actually jumped up enormously. I think when we broke down K-State and we talked about the expectations we have from it was at 6.5. It is now 8.5 on the board.
Whoa!
It's gone up 2 games, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to still take the over. I'm going Bull here for K-State. We talk about them all the time, and especially here as of late, as we've gotten closer to the season starting. I just, there's a lot of good things to like about this Wildcats team. Of course, the schedule. I think Colin Klein is going to kind of unleash Avery Johnson a little bit. I think K-State can get to that total. 9 to 10 wins is very doable.
Once again, I have great faith that I feel like the offense is really going to fire and hum. I think because, like you said, exactly, you're going to see Avery Johnson be unleashed. They'll take the shackles off of him, and we'll see him do great things. I am a little curious about defensively. How are they going to do? Remember at Texas A&M, Colin Klein was the OC, and their head coach, Mike Elko, was a defensive guy, and so he took a lot of pride in that defense. Sometimes you get offensive coordinators who, don't take a ton of pride in the defense, and, they hire their good buddy, which Colin Klein kind of did from Texas A&M. I just don't know how great this defense is going to be. So that has got me holding myself back a little bit. I am going to go here in year number 1. I'm going to go Bear, but I'm going to say 8 wins. 8. If it was 7.5, I would take the over. 8.5, I'm going to take the under. I feel like they're going to lose a game. Maybe they shouldn't have because they just didn't get it done defensively. That's just my gut feeling on that. Still, though, 8 wins in year 1 is really good, and it's still better than what CBS Sports thought that they would get out of Colin Klein in his first year, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Next team up. Random college football teams over under. Bear Bowl on. The Trojans of USC. Fight on.
So their over-under total is 8.5, and I'm kind of with you, like how you say about K-State with the defensive concerns. I'm going to go Bear here for USC. They're ranked 15th right now in the country, and yesterday when we talked about, who on our top 25 list we think might be out of the top 25 at the end, I picked USC. I just feel like we know Lincoln Riley. We saw him at Oklahoma being a regional school for a long time, and they'll score 50, but they'll give up 48. And USC has kind of flipped that. He hasn't really had a ton of success. I think to get 9 wins there, it's going to be tough. I'm going to go with the under 7 or 8 wins range for USC this year.
I'm a buyer on the Trojans this year. I'm a buyer on them. I'm going to go Bull. I think they can get over that. I think they are a sleeping college football playoff squad.
Okay.
I think they're going to be there. Now, the schedule is rough. They have 5 ranked teams, according to the AP Top 25 to begin the season. Oregon, Washington, Penn State, Indiana, and Ohio State. They have a very brutal schedule. I am not doubting that one bit. Also, with a cross-country trip to Rutgers in there as well. And it's early in the season when Rutgers actually plays kind of decent. So the schedule is tough. But I'm going to buy them. I'm going to be bullish on them because I think they have a great quarterback in Mariava. They have a great offensive mind in Lincoln Riley. I think they are going to be improved on defense. I think they're going to be a good team, and they're going to be sniffing the college football playoff. So, yes, I'm bullish on the Trojans this year for sure. Okay, next spin. Syracuse, the Orange, our next team up on Bear or Bull.
Yeah, Syracuse. So their quarterback, Stephen Jelly, I believe is his name. He is back, and he got hurt early in the year last season. So they were terrible. I think they won 3 games, and their total or over under is 4.5. I have a lot of confidence they'll be better than that. I'm gonna be very bullish on this team. That line is way too low. And the ACC, I know that anything can really happen. It's kind of similar to the Big 12. You've got your top teams and a lot of teams that could surprise people. And I think Syracuse could be one of them that'll definitely, in my opinion, make a bowl game this year.
I'm going to go bullish as well on Syracuse. I think they're going to go over the 4.5. That seems very, very low. I mean, you've got Boston College in there. You have UConn in there, California, New Hampshire. They could easily beat another team. Steve Angeli, the transfer from Notre Dame, was where he was from before he came to Syracuse. But yeah, they were playing great, and then he got hurt, and it all fell down. Don't forget, their top running back though did transfer to Kansas.
Yeah.
So we'll see about how that happens. Next team up on Spin the Wheel. Clemson, the Tigers. By the way, not ranked in the top 25 for the first time, in 15 years, something like that, 10 years? Pretty crazy.
It is crazy. I don't think they have back-to-back down years. Dabo Swinney, we know the job he's done. He's done a great job. I know college football, in a way, has kind of surpassed him. He doesn't want to use the transfer portal, but surprisingly, he actually kind of did this offseason, use the portal a little bit. Let me see exactly how many transfers he had come in, but they did use it a little bit on their defensive side, to my knowledge, and they have 3 new guys in their secondary and 3 new guys up front. So going to be a little interesting. I'm going to buy them, though. I'm going to go bull here for Clemson.
What was the over-under on that?
Oh, my bad. 7.5. 7.5. So I think the floor for this team is 8-4.
You've got losses to Miami for sure. I don't know. I feel I'm going to go bearish. Something in my gut says I'm not buying this. Dabo, I feel like, has lost some touch. And I don't know why. I feel like he's kind of lost his way in some areas when it comes to coaching college football. So I'm going to go bearish on Clemson. I can't go that high. Sorry, just can't. Something in my gut says I can't do it. Spin the wheel. Alabama, the Crimson Tide, not ranked in the top 10 for the first time in 15 years, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. Crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. I think the biggest thing we don't know about Alabama is their quarterback situation right now. It could be a couple of options, kind of like we know KU. It's kind of a similar thing. We don't know who their guy is right now, but I'm gonna go bowl here for Alabama. I think Kalen DeBoer. I think last year kind of got back to Bama way. I know they weren't necessarily the top 5 team the entire year, but they got into the playoff, won a game. I think we can definitely see them over their win total of 8.5.
The thing about Alabama, you look at their schedule, they only have 4 ranked teams on it.
Very winnable. I mean, to avoid all the teams they did in the SEC schedule is pretty impressive.
I would say so. And because of that schedule, and Kalen DeBoer is going to have an offense that puts it together. You just know it. He's a very good offensive mind. So I will be bullish on the Crimson Tide. All right, what's next? Ooh, the heated rival from just down the road, the Tigers of Auburn on the Plains.
So their win total is 6.5 right now. I think I'm going to be bearish here on
really?
Auburn. Yeah. I mentioned their new coach. Is it Jeff Golish, I believe? Or Alex Golish.
Alex Golish.
Alex
Yes.
Golish.
The former South Florida head coach.
Yeah, and he brought his quarterback, Byron Brown, with him. I
Yep.
think they'll be better. They'll be competitive. They have a good defense. I just don't know if they can get to 7 wins. I think, once again, you get into that SEC grind and an extra SEC game, and I don't want to give that conference a ton of props because we talk about I'm not a big SEC fan, but they still have a very deep league, and I just think it's going to be tough for them to get 7.
Okay, so you're saying 7 correct on this? Or
Yes,
6.5 was the total?
6.5. I'm going to the under here.
I'm going over. Give me the Bulls. I think they're going to do it. Byron Brown is a dude. He's really good. Don't forget UCF was, for a while, about half of the season, was kind of in the mix for making the college football playoff. They were in that mix. I think you're going to have a team that is pretty darn salty and pretty good. There's a lot of transfer from South Florida that had a lot of talent there. I think they can get to the 7-win mark. I think they can get there. So I'll buy on the Tigers. Next team coming up here is, this will be good. You love this squad, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I'm very bullish on Virginia Tech. I really like what James Franklin is doing. I think he's a really good coach. Their line is only 6.5, and in an ACC where I think we feel like Miami's probably the best team, but outside of that, it's pretty wide open. SMU is a good team too, but I think Virginia Tech could even be that 3rd best team in the ACC. I think 7 wins is very doable for James Franklin's first year.
I'm with you. I'm going to go bullish. I think James Franklin's a great coach. He wins everywhere he has. He brought a lot of talented players from Penn State to the ACC. I think that's going to transition very well for them. They're going to have a really good year there in Va-Tech. I feel very confident about that as well. All right, getting down to the last couple teams here. Spin the wheel. Virginia, the Cavaliers.
Virginia, right down the road. Their line is 7.5. And I don't really know a ton about Virginia, but we know that they're not a football school. So I'll go Bear here. That's a basketball school. I don't know if they get to 8 wins.
Is it a basketball school?
It once was.
Yeah, that's my point. It once was. Are we sure on this? Oh, man. I am going to. I'm going to take the Bear. I'm going to say no. They're not going to get that amount of wins. I'm going to go bearish. It's all the reason why. Okay, we might run out of time not to get to all these teams. We'll see if we can get 2 more in here real quickly before we got to get to break. All right, our next team up is in the Big 12, Arizona State, the Sun Devils.
Their line is 6.5. Which I still feel like is a little low for Arizona State. I think Kenny Dillingham does a really good job. I know we don't know who their quarterback is. There's some question marks there. But I like this team, and I think they're a dark horse to make another run. They're going to give K-State some troubles and KU some troubles to play in London, which I think that depends on what they do. If they win that game in London versus Kansas, they will be have a much better season than if they lose, because we know what those games can do to your team. But I'm going to be bullish here on Arizona State.
So you are bullish. That would be you're buying over 6.5. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm going to go bullish as well. I think they can get to 7. But I don't know if they can get much more over that. I think 7-5 might be the record there for Arizona State next year. All right. remove the Sun Devils and spin the wheel. Florida, the Gators, first-year head coach John Summerall coming over from Tulane.
So their win total is 7.5, and I like John Summerall, but I think 8 wins is a little much.
Oh man,
I am the SEC.
I am bearish on this by all means.
Yeah, I'm very bearish too. I want to see exactly who they play, their schedule, but I mean, you have a pretty easy non-con, but you have Ole Miss at home. You go to Missouri, go to Texas, go to Georgia, and Florida State. Host OU. I mean, I see 4 or 5 losses right there, and 5 at least, and 7-5 is still an under. So
yep, I'm with you there. All right, let's see here. What else? Time for another couple spins here. Oh, good. Oklahoma, the Sooners.
The Sooners are 8.5 right now. I got a chance to talk to John Mateer actually in a bar a couple months ago. And,
really?
Yeah.
Was he jacked?
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's pretty big. I'm gonna go with the Bear here. I just OU, they had a really nice schedule last year too. I mean, they lost to Georgia and or they played Georgia this year, but they beat Bama on the road last year. I don't know if they can necessarily do that again, especially when they have to play Georgia this season. I don't know. I don't know if they can get to 9 wins. It's at 8.5 right now.
6 ranked teams and 4 in the top 10 of the preseason AP. It's a tough schedule. They got to go to Michigan week number 2. But I am going to give me Bowl. I'm buying this. I think Oklahoma's making the college football playoff this year. I think they've got a ton of talent, led by a quarterback that is a dude, an absolute dude in John Mateer. There's a reason I put him on my college football fantasy squad because I think that he is good. All right, one last spin here. I know we got a couple teams left, but we're going to run out of time. And it is a team that Oklahoma plays week 2, the Wolverines of Michigan. And Kyle Whittingham.
I love Kyle Whittingham. I really do. Their line is 8.5, but I'm going to go bearish here. They have 6 top 25 teams on their schedule?
Very challenging schedule.
Another tough schedule, and you're talking about playing Oklahoma too in the non-con. I know that game's at home, which helps a little bit, but you still got Penn State, we think is going to be improved. Indiana, of course, Oregon on the road, Ohio State on the road. That's a brutal schedule, and you're talking a 4-loss team is still under. I think they can get 8-4 and be under here.
Like you said, if it was a 7.5, I would buy. If it's 8.5, I am selling. I think it's an 8-win team for Michigan and Kyle Whittingham in your number 1.
Yeah.
Bryce Underwood, though, is really, really talented. And they have a lot of big bodies, and that helps a lot in the Big Ten and in football, period. But I think just some first-year growing pains. Still 8-4, pretty respectable first season there for the Wolverines. There you go. There we go. That is a little bear or bull for you here on the Morning Blitz. That was fun. Thanks again for that. Excellent work. And, fun with the wheel there. Spin the wheel of randomness. I've been wanting to use it more. We just got to do that more. I love the wheel of randomness. All right, let's take a break. Matt Glover will join us next. He is, of course, the new head basketball coach for Colby Community College men's program. We will discuss with him next. Everybody getting back in the swing of school and things of that sort. You're listening to the Morning Blitz here on a Thursday.
At Ray Community District Hospital and Clinic, they believe in promoting healthier living through compassionate quality care. From state-of-the-art maternity care to life-saving emergency services, their dedicated team is there for you and your family. Whether it's managing diabetes, navigating recovery, or receiving specialized treatments, they're committed to your well-being. Discover the difference a community-focused hospital can make. Visit rayhospital.org today to learn more. Ray Community District Hospital and Clinic. Your health, our priority.
It's time for a check of the markets with the Anderson Trade Group on the Kansas Farm and Ranch Radio Network.
Good morning, Jared Law with the Andersons in Overland Park, Kansas with your morning market update. It is Wednesday, August 19th in the overnight session. September corn up 2.5 at 465 3/4. December up 2.5 at 490.5. March up 2.5, 506.5. Diesel 27 up 1/4 of a cent at 5.02 3/4. Soybeans on the September up 10 at 12.10 3/4. November up 9.5 at 12.26 1/4. Jan up 9 1/4 at 12.40 3/4. KC wheat on the Sep down 3, 7.40 3/4. December down 3 at 7.55 1/2. March down 2 1/2, 7.69. Chicago wheat up 0.5 cent at 6.65. Feeder cattle finished yesterday 339.22 1/2. Live cattle 224.90. Lean hogs 80.72 1/2. Crude oil futures down 50 cents a barrel, 84.44. Gold futures up 71.80 an ounce at 4,444 even. Silver up 95 cents at 65.01. Dow futures up 250 at 53,655. If you need to leave any cash grain or want to talk about risk management, you can reach out to myself, Jared Law, Tom Suter, or Tyler Gosh, 913-748-3000. If you're out in Colorado, you can reach out to John Hinkie at 970-744-4484.
The Anderson Trade Group, proud market partners with Kansas Farm and Ranch Radio. Find out more at andersongrain.com. The risk of loss through trading futures and or options is substantial, and each investor or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated, is not indicative of future results. The Anderson Trade Group has no guarantee that the advice given will result in profitable trades.
Pests can take a big bite out of your body.
Great.
Quick hits, bold takes, and all the action.
I'll take that action.
Welcome back to the Morning Blitz.
All right, we are rolling along here on the Morning Blitz. I've got some tough news. Matt Glover's not picking up the phone right now, so we may have to fill here for the next segment, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. We can make it work. We'll see if he gets a hold of us. Tried to call him a couple times, but no answer. We'll see if he gets to us a little bit later on in the conversation. But luckily, there's lots of other random stuff on our rundown that we can get to today. Before we do that, though, I do remind people that coming up this weekend is the Sunflower Festival in downtown Colby. That's coming up this Friday and Saturday. Starting tomorrow, you got Brew Fest, DJ Dallas Pryor in concert, food trucks and more. You got a color run, sand volleyball, show and shine car show, vendors, food trucks, horseshoes, all kinds of stuff. Are you partaking in the Sunflower Festival there, Mr. Wellbrock?
No, I am not. Unfortunately, I will not be here this weekend.
He is out of town.
Yeah.
Out of town. That's all right. So, yeah, anyway, for people who want to take part in that, should be a lot. Also, it looks like Colby Furniture is having a huge blowout sale. So, you can go, if you need, do you need a new furniture? Do you need any new furniture? You got any more wet damage, ring damage furniture?
I don't know if I have room for any more furniture.
Did your parents come to you and be like, hey, do you need this couch? Do you need this chair?
Pretty much, yeah.
We'd like to get some new stuff, and here, you have it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was like when I moved into my first place. Here, have this couch. You want these couches? Sure. You want this chair? Sure. You want this?
No, it's comfortable, so I can't complain. I like the couch that they gave me.
Nice and broken in. That's
Yeah.
the best part. You get a good broken in
yeah.
couch. You don't have to break it in yourself. So that's always kind of nice too. That's very, very nice. Let's move up the show and talk jersey patches. News came up yesterday, late last night. I saw that Kansas State is going to have a jersey patch only on the football jerseys, it looks like, for this year. Purple Wave auction, which has been a pretty big part on their broadcast. If you listen to the K-State Sports Network with Wyatt Thompson, you hear a lot of ads for Purple Wave auction. And so now they're going to have a Purple Wave auction patch on the jersey for Kansas State. This one, to me, it's a little bit interesting because this is not a what's the word I'm looking for here? This is not like one that goes across all sports. It's only for football.
Yeah.
And so, and there were no numbers released, which I think was smart of Kansas State because I think they would have gotten crucified over that kind of stuff. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts on them getting a jersey patch? Anything about that stand out to you for Kansas State?
I like it, actually. It isn't like one of those bad ones. It kind of blends into the uniform. I like. I mean, it seems like it's going to be the new wave of college football, as we mentioned. So can't hate on K-State. I don't know, like we mentioned, we don't know the numbers, but I imagine there's going to be some NIL that comes with this for the athletics and for football. And, if you're Colin Klein, if you're a K-State fan, you want to see your team possibly compete for a Big 12 and a Big 12 championship. And only way to do that right now is to keep getting your NIL budget higher to try and compete with Texas Tech, it seems. So I think this is a great move for the Wildcats for sure.
I just think it's going to be fascinating to see which teams get patches, which teams don't have patches, because there's been some rumblings that if you wait for a year, it could be worth a whole lot more for next year. Is what it kind of a jersey patch could be worth more, and you could get more for it. So I'll be fascinated to see. But hey, you know what? If you're Kansas State, you're looking for ways to get money in your program. You're looking ways to get money for NIL, and this patch is going to help you do that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just going to help. I don't think it's not going to hurt you at all. Like it's going to help you with your recruiting, getting more money, and that's what it all comes down to nowadays in the college football landscape and college basketball and baseball, softball, all of it. How much money do you have to give to your players?
Also, an interesting news on jersey patch stuff. We saw the first Division II school agree to a jersey patch deal in the MIAA, the Central Missouri Mules. Is that shelter insurance? Is that what that patch is? I mean, that's a pretty big brand for D2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the wild
it's not
thing.
like the shelter insurance, the Bob White agency, it is like the shelter insurance.
Yeah, well, the wild thing here is it's technically not legal for Division II quite yet. That's hasn't been discussed. I think they have a meeting in January of 27 to see if this, if you can't even put patches on jerseys. But I don't know what Central Missouri because we're looking at a football jersey with the patch on right now. Obviously,
that looks like it's taped on there.
Yeah. Obviously, that's not played in January. So I don't know. It's interesting. That's what kind of surprised me on this. Maybe they're trying to, push this maybe to go a little quicker, this whole NCAA thing. Because I think it'll eventually trickle down to the Division II level as well.
Oh, it's going to happen. I mean, what's the deal? Good for Central Missouri getting shelter insurance on that. I mean, once again, that's a pretty good brand for a Division II program to get that. So
they're getting 6 figures. So, man, that's
is it 6 figures a year? I think I read. Is that right, or is it just 6 figures total?
That would be a good.
Trying to remember what that was. I thought I read something like it was 6 figures a year for so many years.
Well, I got the deal pulled up right here.
See if we can find that deal.
Missouri.
I'd like to know more on that deal. Because to me, the deal is the big thing.
Okay, so this actually won't start till next season. So that's why they.
Oh, so they're waiting until next.
They're waiting until that thing happens in January. But they're gonna put on their football field shelter insurance at the 25-yard lines on each side. I mean, this is, I feel like a great move for Central Missouri. I know that they have had some NIL in the past, for D2, at least a little bit. And now it's going to skyrocket for them with this deal. I'm not seeing anything on.
Let's just say they sign for a 3-year deal. Shelter Insurance does. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but let's just say for fun, 6 figures over a 3. If you get let's just say $100,000. I mean, that's $300,000. Possibly, probably more than that. If you're talking 6 figures, that is pretty big time money in Division II of football and athletics.
Yeah,
that's pretty big time coin.
Yeah, it's okay. So here we go. 5 years.
It's a 5-year, yeah.
5-year deal, 6 figures annually. Yeah,
I would guess that's probably $500,000. Don't you think?
Yeah, I would imagine
5 years, $100,000 a year.
Probably around that range.
I would guess that's what it is. That's pretty good money for Division II.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you talk about guys that especially players that are probably playing right now, obviously making nothing or very little. Maybe like how NIL was supposed to be with like actual brands, getting, here, I'll film a quick commercial for you, your car dealership type thing, and, get some money there. But now you could maybe get $10,000 to a player, and all of a sudden, there you go. I mean, that's kind of the building block of this.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Fascinating to see. Yeah, but the trickle down is going to happen. You just know it is. You know it's going to happen. So Central Missouri ahead of it already, and good for them. That's going to be big time money. I mean, $500,000 over a 5-year span is quite a nice chunk of change to help your athletic department in an era where a lot of them are living in the black, or in the red. In the red. Not in a good spot for sure. Speaking real quick before he gets break, we're going to try to get Matt Glover on in the next segment. He's been texting me, and hopefully we're going to get him on as my hope for the final segment. But one quick thing I have to chuckle about quickly is, did you see the Lenoris Sellers deal? The quarterback for South Carolina. Did you see anything about this?
He's not in any classes, right?
He's in no classes. His only thing he's doing is working at a golf course.
Supposedly it's an internship.
Internship.
Yeah.
There was a video, and I didn't say, I should have clipped it, but there was a video that asked him, what are you doing there? Oh, cleaning up trash, picking up golf balls. I mean, he's going to be out there in the golf ball driving cart, scooping up balls once every week, I would guess. Yeah. He's not doing anything. This is not a student athlete.
Well, he better get ready to start learning that type of stuff, because I don't know if he's going to the NFL by any means.
Enjoy it, buddy. This is what you're doing for the upcoming few years. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a sad deal. No longer, not really a student athlete there at Lenoris Sellers. So, intern athlete, apparently. Interim athlete. All right, let's get to our break. We'll try to get Matt Glover on the phone, and we get back. We've been having some issues with our phones. We'll try to get him on next. You're listening to the Morning Blitz here on a Thursday.
If you're shopping for a banking institution, visit with Equity.
The person you've dialed can't take your call now.
(1020) Main in Goodland, and let's get you covered. The Insurance Agency. Insurance the way it should be.
Backpacks? Check. Pencils? Check. Kids back in school? Finally! Now it's the time for grown-ups back to school list and Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware. Freshen things up with Benjamin Moore paint. Keep the yard looking sharp with Ego Power tools and accessories. Or grab the building supplies for that project you've been putting off. Keep summer going with grills and patio furniture. And with school back in session, show off your school pride with new LED Team Spirit signs. It's all in one spot. Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware with locations in Goodland and Colby.
Whether it's touchdowns, home runs, or buzzer beaters, we've got you covered. It's the Morning Blitz.
All right, had a little bit of technical issues getting our guest on earlier in the show, but we have figured it out, and we are pleased to welcome into the program Colby Community College new head men's basketball coach Matt Glover joins us for the second time all-time here on the Blitz. Coach, good morning. Just got done with the morning workout, you said. How did that all go? Are you feeling those endorphins firing?
Oh, the endorphins are firing. The caffeine is, got hooked up with some max caffeine this morning. So the rest of the staff is enjoying the energy. And, you just got to bring the juice in the morning.
Coach, school is back in session. Did everybody make it to campus? How was that transition, getting everybody back and starting to get into the flow of things for the upcoming school year?
Yeah, no, it's a welcome week this week, so we got everybody on campus, and it's nice to get that newfound energy and have everybody around, that buzz back on campus. And so having the guys around, we're doing our different team events and team activities, but trying to focus on getting them situated academically. So, I feel good about where we're at right now and the process.
Now that you've had some time to kind of settle in here in Colby, what was the off-season kind of like for you? How would you rate it? And how is the transition going right now for your first year?
Yeah, it was a blur, to put it pretty simply, just between getting the family situated and getting everything acclimated here. But I thought it was good having my assistant that came with me from Fort Scott. He knew the drill, and so just having that open line of communication and being able to attack it and hit the ground running allowed us to get the guys that we wanted in terms of recruits, and also just build up where we needed to go for the program. So I feel like we're head and shoulders ahead of where we thought we would be right now, about 120 days out. And so we feel good about it. It's been good.
Matt Glover's our guest, Colby Community College men's basketball coach, beginning his first year there as head man of the Trojan basketball team. Are you happy with how the guys showed up to campus? Some off-season conditioning, kind of working on some things. How do you feel like everyone came back to school, or yet when you saw them in person?
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that we talk about through our team Zooms over the summer, just coming in, being ready. You can control that. You can control your how you're approaching it, and the preparation starts way before they touch campus. And so we have some motivated guys. The biggest separator for us right now, and the pleasant surprise, is how well they're gelling together. You got a lot of quirky guys and, different personalities. And so putting them in situations where, they have to get outside their comfort zone, and having a little older group helps with that. They've already seen it at the college level, but just getting outside of themselves and understanding that some of the younger guys have not seen it. And so just bringing them along and showing them the ropes. But, everybody's enjoying their time and making the most out of it right now.
How would you kind of describe the energy around your roster? A lot of new faces, especially with some of those international additions that you were able to bring in.
Yeah, so we talk about it's one of the staples in our program. We talk about the energy, being positive and contagious, the vibe, attraction, tribe. And so with that, guys know that I'm kind of being a dad of three. I'm not trying to be the cool guy. I'll be awkward, and they know they can poke fun at me and everything. And so getting them to have that same mindset that it's not about, being cool. It's about just meeting and connecting and growing. And so they've come in with that mentality, and I think that has resonated with the people around them. And so they've also just gone out and made friends with other teams and other programs. And so that's helped us come a long way to translate onto the court. And then when we are learning the schemes and, defensive philosophy, offense philosophy, we're allowed to grow together and pick each other up. So we've been very encouraged by how quickly this group is trying to come together and from all aspects.
CCC men's basketball coach Matt Glover joining us here. What's kind of the ultimate goals these first few weeks of school? I mean, obviously getting guys settled, obviously, whether it's in, campus housing or and getting to class. But what about from the basketball side? What are your goals these first couple of weeks when it comes to kind of getting ready for the season?
Yeah, so we have our breakdown from each day as a staff to go through. We talk about our preseason installs. Our number one thing is being able to handle adversity as a group. So it's going to hit at some point throughout the season. So we know how we put them in small sample size situations in practice and just, hey, as a freshman, you have to lead this drill and you have to communicate with everybody and tell them what we're trying to do in this drill. Nobody else gets to talk, just this kid. And so going through and having them have to learn that so that when season does come, that's the hardest part, is just being able to weather the storm and handle adversity together. Now, from the scheme side, offensively, being able to be connected, understand our spacing, defensively, understand our rotations. We're going to be the best rotation team in the conference and in the country. That's our philosophy. That's what we're going to do. I'll tell you right now. Offensively, playing together, finding the open man. The open man's the best player on the court, and being able to figure that out and play together are two of the hardest things to establish. But like I said, it happens off the court first, and then it translates onto the court. So those are the biggest things that we want to get out of our preseason from both sides of the ball.
Coach, you guys have a couple of events coming up here these next couple weekends. On Saturday, the Trojan Basketball Elite Camp, then the golf tournament the following weekend. What kind of excites you about getting out into the community like that and hosting those events?
Yeah, I mean, we've had great feedback. We got, I looked last night, we got 87 kids signed up for the Elite Camp. And so got guys coming in. Our guys will be working that. And so they get to interact, from guys from their states, guys from their old high schools, and just they get to see it both ways. And again, have that energy and have that excitement from the standpoint of the community. We're able to establish what we want out of our program, what it looks like, not just coming to a game and seeing guys play and that's it. It's superficial. We want it to be a deeper care where we're out. They get to know them on a personal level. They get to interact with them and they get to see these guys and just how unique and how great of guys that they are off the court outside of just scoring the ball and playing defense. So that's what we want to establish. And the community has been great in terms of putting us in situations like that. You got the Sunflower Festival coming up as well this weekend. And so we'll be out at that, helping out. And then also, just like I said, the Welcome Week here on campus, but then also having it at the Aquatic Center and being able to go interact with people over there. And our guys had a good time. So, just getting out in the community and meeting people. We'll be at the Kiwanis. Will be the Kiwanis program 2 Thursdays from now. So being over there, getting to meet the Kiwanis Club. So just continuously trying to be engaged and be connected with the community.
His head coach, Matt Glover, Colby Community College new head men's basketball coach. Coach, we got to let you go. But before we go, I'm going to put you on the spot. Since you're a father of 3, I need your best dad joke.
My best dad joke. Okay. Well, so there's a bagel shop right up the street, but they got hit with a bad advertisement campaign a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Nope.
It was over by I guess it was a smear campaign. Oh my goodness, Ross! I know you're going to use it. It's okay.
I might use it.
I haven't trademarked it yet or anything.
That's great. You know what? I love it. You know what? The best part was we put you on the spot and you delivered. That was
good.
impressive.
Yeah, that was really good. I don't think I could have done that.
You guys,
Thank
you.
you.
Gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Matt Glover, Kelby Community College
Thanks
head
for
men's
having me,
basketball coach. Hey, thank you, Coach. Have a great week. We'll talk soon. Oh, that is wonderful. Now that is how you do it. You get called out, and then you step up to the free throw line, and you bury those suckers.
Yeah, I know. 100%.
That's what he did.
You're going to have to do that to Lucas when he comes back. He's going to have to be ready.
I was so proud. We saw Lucas yesterday on the team Zoom. He already has a Big Daddy t-shirt. I'm so proud. I think his mother-in-law got it for him. Even better.
That's
so
funny.
Shout out to the Big Daddy. No, that's great. Great stuff. Thank you, Matt Glover, for joining us and working with us today. All right, on to the walk-off.
And back lifts his ball high and deep to right. How about a walk-off Grady? Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime. Mahomes swings it. It's there. Hardman. Jackpot. Kansas City.
Don't look now, but the Kansas City Royals are 8.5 games back.
There's still some hope, I guess.
Can you believe? I mean, if they make the postseason, when everybody has written them off, that's just. I mean, that's the thing. They don't play good until they get written off.
That would be
Right
the
off the
greatest
end of the season.
No, I think that would be the greatest turnaround probably ever if they did make it. I mean, just the way that, how down they were. Yeah.
John Rave, the hero last night, with a bases clearing double, which gave them the lead and eventually the 9-7 win over the A's. Rockies, my man Mickey Moniak with a 2-run bomb to tie it in the 7th. They lose 6-4.
He hit his 20th of the year, though. I tell you, the Rockies, they're a much more competitive team.
I think we're seeing something here. If you're a guy who is highly drafted, who has not been good, go to Colorado, especially if you're a hitter. You could resurrect your career like Mickey Moniak has.
Maybe not if you're a pitcher.
No, don't go there. Go pitch in New Orleans or something.
Yeah.
Get below sea level. Interesting story about a former Kansas Jayhawk. AJ Storr is apparently going to be playing at his not 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th, or 7th, or 8th, his 9th school this coming year. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You got to go back to high school. He transferred all 4 years of high school. Now his 5th school in college. Going to UNLV.
Yep, got her done. Congratulations. Are you done after this year, or will you make it to double digits for 10? AJ Storr, shall see. And is Wichita State basketball back?
They might be. They retain their whole team, which is rare in this day and age for a mid-major. And then they got their leading scorer back. He got this 5th-year eligibility rule accepted, Kenyon Giles. So Wichita State might be a dark horse to make the NCAA tournament.
Might be. That'll do it for us today. For Garrett, I'm Ross. We'll see you tomorrow on a fun Friday. It's been the Blitz. See you then.